how are you doing? Hope you all are doing great. Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I want to say a very big shout out to every one of you for all the support and love you all give me here. I am truly grateful. Thank you all so much. So today we're talking something really very vital. And it's about a white man who said that Afro-Americans fully blaming the slave trade on West Europeans. And he said, the African that sold you. You know what? I am going to say that it's actually funny that they say this because like whites are still responsible to this very moment. They are still responsible for all the slavery conditions, for the discrimination, for the segregations they impose on black people. And Europeans were attacking West Africans for centuries before people got stolen. So it is not a thing of today. It is not new that they are the ones that started the whole thing, right? Stay go to the screen. Let me roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. And I absolutely want to read your comments. I want to know what you all think about it. And you know what? The stitches are actually like, the most important part of this video. So let me roll the So you saw the video that started the whole thing, and you know what? We are gonna go straight into the stitches because the stitches are really like, something you definitely want to listen to. So straight up, let's get into it.
This is my absolute favorite argument from these people. It's my favorite one because I always have the same analogy for you. Because let's say someone purchases a firearm and they use that firearm to harm someone that's close to you. But instead of the guy that harmed the person that was close to you getting arrested, they instead arrest the gun store owner. You'd be pissed. You'd be pissed off. You'd be like, what the fuck? Then you come to find out that them purchasing guns legally didn't happen as often as they make it seem to be, and they would rather often trick or steal the guns from the gun store owners. Wild. No matter how much of this moving the goalpost you do, guys, it's always going to come back to you. Just pay the reparations and start the redemption arc already. Like, come on. Like, we're ready to move on in this manga.
I love when I use this talking point because you are still wrong. What you're talking about, what Western Europeans were involved in, was chattel slavery. Why do you think the concept of race was created? To justify chattel slavery. The tribes that were selling their people to the Europeans, they were not participating in chattel slavery. And I'm not about to sit here and educate you for free on what chattel slavery is. You can look that shit up yourself. But once again, you are wrong.
So if someone sold you a pet and you abused the shit out that pet, it's the fault of the person that sold you the pet, even though they didn't know that's what you was gonna do.
So this is actually common ignorance and misperceptions basically created by European propaganda. Because basically what happened is in Africa, they practice a very different form of slavery than what modern American and European slavers use. They did very much chattel slavery, which is race-based and basically for life. Now in Africa, their version of slavery was a little bit more flexible than that. Now I want to start off by saying no forms of slavery are good or benevolent. They're all wrong in any form. But in Africa, particularly Central, Western, and Southern Africa, their form of slavery was very different because when they went enslaved different communities, they were often weren't even separated from their families and communities. They still were very much part of their family groups. And they formed bonds with their enslavers, and that many of them ended up marrying within their families, and all of them eventually secured their own freedom. It wasn't a permanent, lifelong situation. And before anybody said, well, Africans did perform slavery similar to Europe and North America, That was very much northern Africa, and that was a different ethnic and racial group. Basically, those people who are descended from Arabs. Their form of slave was a lot more similar to Europeans, and neither of them were similar in race and skin color as the rest of Africa. So when Europeans began to colonize Africa, they observed this form of slavery that they saw the Africans practice. And because of their own ignorance and what they believed slavery was, they assumed it was the same thing. In a lot of ways, they used to justify them taking and enslaving Africans. Now, many of the African tribes who would sell people off to them, due to their own ignorance, they also believed that the form of slavery that the European practice was similar to theirs. And by the time they realized it wasn't, that the people they were giving away were basically gone for life and were never seen again, it was too late. Because many of the Europeans had gained a foothold on the continent and began to mass kidnap and enslave Africans as a result. So no, it's not as simple as black people are responsible for their own enslavement and being brought to America. It's just a simple matter of two different cultures not being aware of their differences in culture and what they believe slavery was, and one taking advantage of that and creating an own narrative around it.
So since you and your comments decided we didn't know better, I guess I'll teach my people and you and your comments better. How about that? Your people went over there lying, and that's why they gave up men. Hello? The fuck? Okay, cuss can. Anyway, they gave up men. I'm gonna leave that one in there. They gave up their men. Do-do-do. Things started looking weird. Y'all got questions. A war broke out. Do. Y'all stopped going over there. Why did y'all stop going over there? Oh, maybe because that same spirituality and that same voodoo y'all swear is so bad for us whooped y'all's ass. It whooped y'all's fucking ass. Oop, I said I wouldn't cuss again. Sorry. But anyways, and then on top of that, all y'all do is kill, steal, and destroy. Something like the devil. Y'all remind me exactly of the devil. And why do I say that? Because the same people who created your whack-ass white Jesus created the devil. Not even that. The devil created God. It's so weird to say backwards, but yeah. I believe halfway throughout the Bible that was originally from our spirituality and our religion, that y'all took pieces in and stuck pieces out. Like y'all did everything to fuck up the world, and I wouldn't be proud of that, because y'all owe so much reparation that if y'all become minorities, y'all could be completely wiped out. Y'all know that, right? That's how much a lot of other ethnicities and regions just don't fuck with y'all. Like, y'all need, the best thing for y'all is to mind y'all's business. Because, baby, this ain't the 19s. Or whatever year y'all start replacing our J with a 1. This ain't that. We know you switched our calendars. Like, bro, y'all have literally not done shit. So, yeah. Be happy that y'all tricked us. Be happy that y'all did all that. Because, baby, it's our time to get our payback. And I want mine with you.
There is like this stereotype that I've always kind of come to take to heart, which is that, you know, Americans are a little more ignorant than the rest of the world. I always kind of thought of America as like the country bumpkins until TikTok. Now I understand that stupidity and ignorance and racism is all over. It's worldwide, but it's most interesting how no matter where you go, there's always ignorance and hate towards black people above all else. And I just wonder how anyone could be this stupid, you know?
All right, this is all I gathered from the stitches, and I absolutely want to read what you got to say about this. Thank you so much for all your support, and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.